Hello, Susan Wilhawk here. Welcome to Spiritual Leadership for Social Justice, a course offered through the Atlantic School of Theology. And this short video is just an orientation to the course to give us an overview of what we'll be doing this term. These are two things that are near and dear to my heart: spiritual leadership and social justice. And we'll be learning and practicing how to get better at both of those. And our understandings will guide us in ministry, leading others to embody the hope and grace of God toward the liberation of humankind and other kind. Please read over the syllabus. I won't go through it step by step here, but just hit some key points. Every week, beginning January the 18th on Mondays, I will post the readings for the week with some questions on the discussion board based on the readings. Now, if you have other things on Monday, that's fine. You're not required to go online on that particular day. Check in then on Tuesday or Wednesday, but it is best not to wait until the weekend if you can help it. I know people in ministry have things come up during the week, and there are always unplanned needs. But as much as you can, set aside time that you will work on the course and stick to that. We want to keep the dialogue going all week and then to segue into each week of the course. The reading schedule is also listed in the syllabus so that you can read ahead. In fact, I encourage that. We're going to be reading 4 texts in this course. First, Margaret Wheatley's book, Who Do We Choose to Be? If you don't know Margaret Wheatley, she's a prolific author and speaker in organizational behavior. She writes not so much from a theological perspective, but does, I think, have a lot to add to theological discourse for our time. We will also read Jennifer Ayer's book, Waiting for a Glacier to Move, as she presents an argument for social witness from a Reformed theological perspective. We will read Michael Kinnamann's book, The Witness of Religion in an Age of Fear, very apropos for these times. Kinnaman perhaps best known for his ecumenical work and in leadership in the World Council of Churches. And we will read Another Way by Dory Baker, Matthew Williams, and Stephen Lewis. This is a new book. It's called Another Way, Living and Leading Change on Purpose. And I find it to be a very soul-enriching book, and it has some very practical ideas for pastoral leaders to facilitate in their own congregations and communities. I'll also post some brief lectures to go along with the reading, but not every week. I like to see students bring what you have to the discussion and what you are reading to the discussion. I'm going to divide you into 2 groups for the discussion board as it gets a little unwieldy with so many people. But also during the term, there are 3 sort of special writing assignments described in the syllabus along with their due dates. You will want to start early on your final paper project, which is a leadership interview. It's kind of a research practice. The assignment is to identify a spiritual leader within a social justice organization to interview and write about. And I will make an informed consent form available to you to have your person sign to give their permission. I'm also scheduling a Zoom meeting at the end of the term to discuss our findings from this assignment. I'm going to give you a choice of 2 dates, and if neither of those dates work for you, let me know. Hopefully it's far enough in advance that you can save one of those dates. One thing that may be a little different in this course is that I envision it as a kind of seminar where we share our work. And because it's an online course, but even so, our learning is collaborative. So I'm going to ask you to post on Dropbox folders in Brightspace, and I will set that up so that you can see each other's work, at least in your small group, and then we can respond to each other. Please don't hesitate to email me or contact me if you have any questions or concerns during the term. First of all, I'm going to invite everyone on the discussion board to introduce themselves to the full class, and I will set up a form for you to do this. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, the usual name, location, faith tradition, but also something we may not know, a prior life experience, a hobby, or a cause you're passionate about. And I'm always curious about what draws people to a course other than it fulfills a requirement or a course credit. What do you bring to the discussion of spiritual leadership and social justice? What is a spiritual leadership and how can it contribute to social justice? What does social justice look like in our world? These are just some of the questions we will address. But I'm interested in where people see themselves in the matrix of what ministry towards social justice is all about. How would you describe your call toward this, and what drives or compels you to engage with it? So off we go. I look forward to our creating hospitable space for learning and reflecting theologically together.